I'm very proud to proclaim that I am the pure product of private education. With the introduction of privatization in 1991, the private colleges have shot up to more than 78% of colleges, which made India proud to secure the second largest higher education system in the world and lifted up the national literacy rate from 41% in 1991 to more than 77% at present. Privatization creates easy access to higher education and relieves the financial burden on government. Privatization is a best opportunity for the students who want to excel. The rise of privatization in private sector in this education is because of the low quality of education provided by the public education. It's because public education are only accountable to the government machinery, whereas private colleges...
Privatization in higher education was started in the year 1991 from the initiation of LPG. And education being the prime most important fundamental of every individual, privatization has emerged in a business class of education of every individual residing in India, as it is not affordable. Accessibility and accountability and quantity of the education has been measured in low terms of every education. And India has been emerged for its educational qualification also from the government sector, as we can see from the government College of Patalia, Punjab has been accredited by the NAC as A++ per the point of 3.68, which ensures that the government sector is also enhancing in the field of education, as well as the schools. In 2023 ranking, which consists of 12,000 schools, out of that, 800 schools contribute to the government sector, out of which 760...
I came from a state, or rather the region, where there is no need to have a debate on whether private education provides a quality education, because it is as clear as the sunrise. The government colleges or institutions are at the last stage of the bone cancer caused by corruption and malfunctioning. So in this situation, we can see very clearly here in Kerala itself, as you step in the government colleges and in private colleges, you can see so much difference. First of all, the poor maintenance of infrastructure and the cleanliness, the discipline of the colleges is clearly seen here between the colleges.
Thank you. Over to you.
Kerala being prominent of its education facilities that provides, Kendra Vidyalaya Pattam being an example of the foremost and the best schools in the country, and from Kerala we are much proud enough to be owed of the best education that can be provided for the students of India itself.
Over to you.
In an overpopulated country like India, when it shows the GDP of India, the government can never afford to provide a quality education for everyone. There are 38.5 million college students. Will the government able to provide a good quality education with the total budget of 1.12 lakh crore, the highest ever in India, the budgeted for the...
Out to you. Done. Thank you.
The government has been passing out various students that can excel in various fields, and even the director of our Kerala education system, Jeevan Babu IAS, has been propounded for getting education on governmental basis, and he have been excelled in the field of everything. And when it comes to having qualified teachers, it's not only for the quality, they have been not trained for the perpetual functions of getting a prior education.
Everyone knows about the return on investment. The parents knows, and the people who are poor also knows that the private education is giving more return on investment. Therefore, people are investing their children into the private education. For example, you take in the recent studies in the Hyderabad city shows that 75% of the families living in the slum areas are putting their children into the schools, in the private schools. This shows clearly that return on investment is very high as compared to the government colleges.
In viewpoint of my opponent, I would like to say, when it comes to having investment of return, let me just take a note, where can we situate private sector institutions on rural areas? No, there is no such institution that can be situated in such areas where the officials have a clear-cut idea that there will be no return on such places, and there will be no affordability of people residing in that places.
I'm sorry to correct you, but you don't have the experience of the rural places. I came from the rural areas, and I know how the private colleges are functioning so well in the rural areas, and I also product of it. And the government colleges are in a dilapidated situation. So in this situation, it is the private colleges that are running so well in the rural areas.
Okay, over to you.
There are only a finger number of institutions that provide 15% of reservation for the other sections of the society. Even parents accommodating in higher sections such as doctors and other occupations can only afford these kinds of education system for their children.
Please.
As compared to any other colleges, private colleges gives a lot of job placement. As per the data given by the Rajya Sabha, the private colleges of engineering are having a higher rate of job placement as compared to the last 3 years.
With the viewpoint of my opponent, I would like to say that the quality of the trained educators have been very less compared, as there is an increase in competitors in making them a correct way of learning or seeking an education.